Hey, Sam Nelson coming to you live from Precious World Mobile Studios. Mobile because actually headed to the bank, man. I love the love the option clause in the state of Texas. But I wanted to talk to you about some real estate today. Of course, you may know me as your Real Estate Duru. I'm not a guru. I'm not out selling those $20, $30, $40, $50,000 seminars. I'm not trying to sell you a bunch of products. I'm just telling you like it is on the street. Real time, real information, real golden nuggets. And so if you haven't done your first deal yet, you haven't maybe even done your second deal yet, or you're definitely looking for some help, feel free to hit me up, email me at info@preciousworld.net. You can DM me or PM me or whatever you call that, and on any of the social media platforms from Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all of that. I want to talk to you about your money, about your money. If you have capital and you're trying to get in this game and you're trying to figure out what you want to buy and you're waiting on somebody to provide you a lead of a nice wholesale deal or whatever, my strong recommendation to you is to keep your capital first. Do not let your first deal be something that you've bought. Learn how to flip your money first. And flip your money first. Let's multiply your money. Because if you buy something first, your money's tied up. And you may need that capital to do some other things. Right now, your capital should be used for things like, some minor administrative things. Now marketing is not minor. In fact, that should be about 70% of your business, marketing. But, there's some self-development, you might want to look into. If you're doing some things with, SEO and websites and all that kind of stuff, that's kind of where you want to keep your money. But that shouldn't be taking up all of your money. I would strongly suggest to flip your money. And I can actually show you how to do that, what I would recommend. Again, feel free to hit me up. info@preciousworld.net. info@preciousworld.net is the email address. Let me know what city and state you're in, what town you're working out of, and we can kind of talk about some strategies there. But the reason I say that is, for one, like I said, I don't want you to have your money tied up so soon. That stymied me when I did that. That stymied me when I did that. I had around, when I first got started in real estate, I had about $60,000 liquid to dedicate to the real estate game, and went on and spent it and had it all tied up. Now I was out of $60,000 because it was all up in brick and mortar. And not to mention the buy was a bad buy anyway. Bought too high, bought sight unseen, bought in an area that was depreciating, and a rookie mistake. But thank God, I was able to get past that. I picked up a partner and a mentor that got me through that. So now 100 and something transactions later, I'm in a much better place. Like I said, celebrating a little win here with getting some option funds on a contract. But here's the thing. I was having lunch with a private lender that's in my portfolio. We've had a few meetings over the phone and emails and things of that nature. So it was the first time for us to actually meet in person. I had kind of heard about him. He had heard a little bit about me, and we were talking about, just kind of coming together. This guy is a wealthy guy. He's a private lender lending out his own funds. He told me he had about $7 million of his own money that's been out in lens with other investors in town. Only a select handful of folks that he works with, because he obviously wants to be able to trust them and things of that nature. But here's the thing: when you get to that level of play, it's not really about the real estate anymore for him. He's not trying to build a portfolio of properties or anything like that. He's got money, and all he's doing is flipping his money. Of that $70,000 that he has out from everything that we kind of talked about, I kind of put this together. He's probably making $70,000 to $80,000 a month on his money, basically flipping his money, and that's pretty much what the Shark Tank folks are doing when they're talking about they're going to help you invest. They're going to invest in your business on Shark Tank. That's all they're doing. These are wealthy folks that's basically letting their money work for them and flipping their money. So my thing is, I want to show you how you can do that at the littlest level for right now, because I think one of the biggest mistakes when you're trying to get into real estate is going in talking about you're going to buy up a bunch of stuff, and you really need to get seasoned. You really need to learn the game a little bit, get a few transactions under your feet so you can understand it. And I can show you, we can maybe, if you got capital, how you can take, $3,000, $4,000, flip that and make, 10 in 30 to 60 days, or if you got $15,000 and make 20, 30, 60 days. It just kind of depends on the type of deal that we can get hold of. But this is not tying up your money long term, and you're multiplying these numbers. We got a deal right now that I'm helping another mentee out, where we're going to take $4,000, flip that, and make maybe about 8 or 10. And so you get your 4 back and get 8 or 10 on top of that, 12, and then you do that a few times to build your capital up. And then once you get to a certain level of capital build, then you can look at maybe doing your own, fix and flips or whatever, you're buying holds and things of that nature. But if you're just getting started in this game, you haven't done your first deal or your second deal, I would suggest you hold off, learn how to flip your money first. If you don't know how to do that, feel free to hit me up. I can talk to you one-on-one. We can look at your case by case and talk to you about how to do that kind of thing, and multiply that money before you start tying it up. Because what you don't want to do is have your money tied up and now you have no operating expense and nothing to keep your business going. And again, I am one to have made that mistake early on, but again, I was smart enough to ask for help, and I took on a partner and got a mentor to help walk me through some things. If you're interested in mentoring, I know I'm not the only one, but I'm a real one. I'm a real guru. I'm not some seminar guy that's just trying to get $50,000 out of you. So listen, hit me up on info@preciousworld.net or in private messaging on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, or you guys know more about this social media stuff than me. I spend my time in real estate. I need to learn a little bit more about social media, but my mentor has told me it's time to reach one, teach one, and that I should put a little bit of content out to help some of you folks that's trying to get it going. So hopefully you found this nugget useful. Again, don't spend your money up front. Flip your money first. Multiply the money that you have. Multiply it. Let's turn, I don't know how much you have, but if you got 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000, let's multiply that. Let's grow that. Let's turn it into 100,000 or 60,000 or even 30,000 or whatever. And let's do that first before you start trying to buy your own assets. Because I'm going to tell you, once you buy your asset, your money is locked into your asset. And at this time, you know, and this is just a small little news flash, but we've been riding at the top of the bubble for a long time. We are long overdue for a correction. And I have read some things recently that a correction is very, very soon to come. So I'm not sure what that time frame is. A lot of the seasoned investors are not buying up as much stuff right now because you don't want to buy too high and be stuck at the top. And that's what you definitely don't want to do, that if you hadn't done your first deal yet. That's something you are very subject to, buying something way too high, you're being stuck at the top, and then the market corrects and all the values of the properties go down. Let's not do that. Let's flip your money first. Let's multiply that money first. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, feel free, email me, info@preciousworld.net. We can talk about, some mentorship. Of course, I still have my business, so I can't help everybody, but I'll take on a handful of you folks and try to walk you through to getting your first or second transactions done, getting those under your belt so you can feel a little seasoned. I've done maybe a little north of 100 in about 4, coming up on 5 years. I don't know if that's a good number or a bad number, but I can tell you I've done a lot of different types of transactions, and I've got some things that I can share. And like I said, my mentors told me it's time to share. So feel free to hit me, DM me, and if you got questions on how to take me on as a mentor and learn how to flip your money, and because I would only show this to those that I do mentor, by the way. Nobody ever gives you all the golden nuggets. You can go to YouTube University all day long. You can go to the seminars and pay $50,000 all day long, but nobody ever gives you the golden nuggets. Nobody ever gives that out for free because it is very valuable information. But I am nothing like the $50,000 folks or even the $20,000 folks. So, so if you need some help, feel free, look for me. Again, Sam Melson, your Real Estate Duru, trying to do that thing, trying to take it to the bank. But anyway, God bless. And as I always say, I'll see you at the top because the bottom show is crowded.